welcome to Raina Clothier, another video. One of the things I want to talk about today is sloppy dress. It's becoming a phenomenon for these past, 10 years, and it's, to me, it is quite disturbing. I don't think it was supposed to be intended for that. I don't understand, but I have to bring this to attention because it is unbelievable. Every day, I mean, anything for any reason, I'll go out to take our kids out to eat, go out to dinner with my wife, go to a grocery store with my family, get gas, go with clients, meet with clients, just anything you could think of just going out into the public. I see the worst dress in men. It's and young men as well, and it's just, I mean, you name it. I mean, from shorts, like as if you're going to bed, and literally PJs as well. I've seen PJs, individuals, specifically men, and like you don't even look into it, but it just sticks out. And I'm like, is he literally wearing PJs in a line of getting food here? I'm like, it's just crazy. It can be the most extreme to the most simplest way, which is, for me, the simplest way of not dressing well is untucked shirts. So you might have a polo, you might have a dress shirt, and you may think that might be a fad of untucking it, keeping it untucked. No, it's not. It just looks like you're 80% there. Polo, a dress shirt is a nice ensemble. If you don't have a jacket, so I respect people who do wear those garments. And there's different levels. So the simplest way of being undressed, being dressed, I should say undressed well, is the tuck in and tuck out shirt. The other way I look at it, because there's certain types of styles that have respect and have self dignity and self worth. That's really what it is. I'll talk about self worth in just a minute here. But you have individuals of all ages. They have their own way of a style, and that is perfectly fine. I'll give you a perfect example. Here in Texas, a lot of, you may call it cowboy style, or just a Western style, or a South style, where they might have, I think they're called braces, essentially. So they're essentially braces or suspenders, but they would have suspenders or braces, like handmade leather. It's just a beautiful design, and someone literally would make the braces, their leather braces, beautiful braces, and they would also wear a nice fitted jeans with some nice pair of cowboy boots and a belt, of course. Well, if you have braces, technically you shouldn't have a belt as part of that ensemble, but again, I don't think you can find any jeans without belt loops. So whatever the case may be, but the biggest thing that they have is they have self-worth. They tuck in their shirt. They have a nice iron dress shirt. The braces are beautiful. They look at the details. Their jeans are not rugged or ripped or wrinkled. And again, their shirt is nice and non-wrinkled, and their boots are clean. And that style, I have so much respect for, because it's totally different from a wool suit or wool jacket with a nice patterned dress shirt, or some slacks and dress shoes. Whether it's khaki slacks or blue or charcoal, whatever the case may be. that is almost the same level of self-worth. It doesn't matter if that is a different style. And I have more respect than that than a gentleman that has, let's say, going out with their kids with a T-shirt that says whatever. I'm totally against with whole Batman and Spider-Man and all these different things to support your kids. I don't think that's bringing a good message. Yeah, you may want to support them. One big way you can support them is play with them at home. Like, you have to show them the world and society that you care for your child. No, that should show inside the home. That should be expressed inside the home. Physically play with them, physically be in front of them and interact with them. So I don't like these t-shirts that have any type of like your Disney or Marvel characters, and it's just very, just in my opinion, it's just inappropriate, or inappropriate. I just don't think it's necessary, essentially. So, and I'm coming from myself, a father of three. Again, that's how I would portray that and how I would interact with my kids rather than having that T-shirt. Because again, you gotta look at the psychological part of it. If you have a nice dress shirt, or let's just go back to the cowboy individual as an example, his kids see that, especially his sons, see how he's well dressed, he's tucking in his shirt. Like, it takes time. It's not like, oh, I'm gonna put on a t-shirt and throw on some shorts and that's it, and my tennis shoes, just slip on my tennis shoes. No, it takes time in the morning. Like, it shows that respect that you give, that you portray to society, and you're not doing it to show off. You're doing it to let your kids know this is self-worth. I'm not doing it for anyone else. I'm doing it for myself, and also for you to see what self-worth is. So it's very interesting how I look into it when it comes to dress, because I did a fun example. I bought some garments at your thrift stores, and $10 each, and I just wore that and slacks, khaki slacks, and a nice dress shirt, and you'll be surprised how many people think I was really rich. I would go into a fast food restaurant or any restaurant, and they would say, "Oh, wow, you're dressing very nice today." And I'm like, "Well, thank you." And I don't even have a tie on. And I normally wear a tie, and this is not my jacket. I bought it. It's not a custom-made jacket, but just that idea of having self-worth, what a jacket gives to you. And no one else. You're not doing it for anyone else. You're doing it for yourself. And if you have kids, specifically sons, they will look up to you. And that's what I'm doing as well. It just gives a different idea of self-respect. You understand, like, hey, I'm doing this because I am a responsible individual, and it goes up from there. When you have a responsibility or a responsible type attitude, so many different attributes come into mind, and that's what you want for your kids to succeed. And these are these little habits that you do, and it all stems from just a little thing of dressing nice in the morning and throughout the day. So again, I talk about the opposite of sloppy dress. That's the proper way why you should dress nice. Doesn't matter if it's a $10 jacket or just a nice dress shirt that you buy at Walmart. It doesn't matter. It's the idea of having self-worth, and it looks nice. And again, I can go on forever as far as the sloppy dress. Oh my gosh, the hair as well. Unbelievable. Like, people, especially in male individuals that I tend to analyze, and I'm like, wow. Like, first off, it just brings a sadness to me, because they can be great individuals, but that turns into, okay, I don't care. I don't care about life. All I care about is myself. And no, like, that's not self-worth when you just don't care about anything. That's just, in some sense, that's really, there's a word for it, vanity. vain almost. You just care. You don't care about what your attributes or what you can bring to the table to as a bigger picture to society. So please, if you go out, and I'm talking as well as fathers as well. So don't think just young individuals, but fathers as well that I see with their kids out. You know, it just they are looking up to you, especially if you have sons, little young sons, 5, 6 years old. They're watching you, and they just see their dad. We're going out to eat, or even to a grocery store, and they just see how you dress. And unfortunately, I see a lot of individuals, male individuals, wearing just sloppy clothes. Again, I'm going back to that T-shirt and maybe jeans, but jeans don't even look nice. Raggedy pants, wrinkled pants. They, again, as extreme as PJs. It's just it's not necessary. Know your self-worth, because we all have a self-worth. We all know what we can bring to a table, and we are better than that. And I just think is getting lost in the sauce very soon here. So want to bring the attention to that. It's interesting how so many people just think of, again, classism. It exists. So try to not think about classism. Just really look at how can I make myself feel better today? And then in turn, if I do have kids, if I not, then it just depends. If you have kids, you that's another level of motivation. Or if it's just you yourself, you're a college student, you're just graduated college, you may be single, you have self-worth still. And again, even in the workplace, wear something, as simple as a tucked-in shirt can be nice. It doesn't have to be a full-on suit. It can be just, in fact, what I'm wearing right now is just perfect. You can have details to your garments and not wear a full-on suit, but still have self-worth. So it is quite a beautiful pattern that you see, because it will only go up from there. It will motivate you, feel, and make you feel better, make you feel like, okay, I can do something today. It's kind of that same concept of making your bed every day. Every morning when you wake up, make your bed. That's the beginning. You accomplish something. And it's the same realm when I'm speaking about having a garment on. And again, you don't have to go crazy. You can go to a thrift store. You can, you don't have to buy a crazy suit, crazy expensive suit. There's different levels for that. When you get to that level, absolutely, you understand more about your self-worth, and you want to enhance on that, absolutely. But even from the very beginning, for individuals who are just wearing, whatever, remember, I emphasize this strongly, and I'll emphasize it again. Your kids are watching you. Your kids are analyzing you. They're going to say, okay, this is what I should do here. This is what I should wear here. And you can politely manipulate them. That's really what it is. Whether we guide them or lead them, manipulate them, whatever the word you want to use to make you feel good, use it. But that at the end of the day, they are analyzing you, and they will follow you if you give them attention. I heard this beautiful saying at one of my priests. Our priest here in Texas told me at our local parish. He mentioned spend time with your kids so you can what was it? Spend time with your kids now, so your grandkids will spend time with you later. And it was just so beautiful. So if you don't put in the time now, don't expect your kids, when they have kids, that their grandkids want to be with you, because their kids, my dad was barely with me when I was younger. So, and then the opposite of it, hey, my dad took care of me. My dad was there all the time. You have the psychological mindset where you say, you know what, I'm gonna make an effort to have my kids spend time with their grandparents. So, again, spend time with your kids. Know that they are They have their self-worth from the very beginning. And the one way you can help guide them is to show them an example. So that is it. Hope you guys have a wonderful, wonderful day. I hope you got something out of this. Again, I think the psychology of a suit and what it represents, and even just a simple garment of a jacket, what it represents, it is never going away because it represents such rich history and such rich mindset where you just feel you can do something in this world, and there's no better feeling than that. That you can just say, "Hey, I have a purpose in this world." That's what a suit or a jacket or a $10 thrift store jacket can do to you. Tuck in your shirt as well. Take away those Marvel character t-shirts. Do not wear flip-flops. Do not wear PJs, your sweats, your sweatpants, a sweatshirt. Don't take 5 minutes out of the day. Figure out what you're gonna wear. A nice dress shirt, a tucked in polo, nice fitted jeans that don't go all the way as far as your like their good length on your pants is not just dragging on the floor there, or just a nice pair of shoes. It doesn't really don't even have to be dress shoes. It can be just those nice casual sneakers or casual shoes. There's a way you can put yourself in a position of having self-worth, and that's the beginning. Again, that's the great way. Throw away the idea of, hey, I don't have time. Yes, you do. 5 minutes out of the time will make your day so much better. And again, if you have kids, you're impacting an entire generation right there in your household. Please do not miss that opportunity. So again, thank you very much. Hope you guys have a wonderful day. And until next time, cheers.